only because of Apple, with all the resources that you have. Okay. So with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Joe and Family First Month.
How's everybody doing today?
Good.
I'm so glad to be here today to really launch the first home for 2020. I'm excited to have my team here, which I will be introducing and bringing them up so they can do the training. One of the things that I want to do today, or our goal is to be able to provide you or show you the marketing portal that we have for you guys, okay? And keep in mind, London Foster does a fantastic job with the resources that they provide you. And they do a great job on the marketing. Am I right? In fact, can we give them a hand for everything they do? And Daniel is the marketing director, does a fantastic job, along with Memo. They do a fantastic job providing these resources. So what we want to do is, for those of you who really want to enhance your marketing endeavors and take your business to another level, especially in 2020, what this platform is going to do is going to be able to help you with the tools to be able to do that, okay? Some of those things are going to be like the email marketing campaigns. Now here's the thing with CRM, which is contact relation management. Staying in touch and in front of your client all the time. The problem is that people start these programs and it's so complicated that you never actually get through that learning curve and can implement it on a consistent basis. So what's nice is this program with the email marketing campaign is very easy. It's so easy, you just set it, kind of like forget it type thing, and you stay in front of your client. So that's one of the things. The other things we're going to talk to you about and show you how to do is how to do print and digital media. So you can just on demand print flyers, okay, if you want to do any direct marketing, things like that. Another thing that this program does is you can create landing pages on demand. So whether you have a website, you want to capture people's information, there's single property websites that this thing will help, that will create for you with a click of a button that you can market every one of your listings, which is fantastic, okay? I could go on and on. Another one is there's a registration for your open houses. So now you can capture everybody who comes into your database, which is fantastic. So there's so many items that this thing does. And Carrie, who I'm going to introduce to you guys, or I'm going to bring her up, is going to go over a lot of these things. So that said, I'm going to chime in and kind of add to the presentation that she does. Yeah. All right, take your time. While she's doing that, we're going to have some lunch for you guys, okay? When that comes, I guess what we'll do is maybe take a few minutes, or maybe as it comes, people one at a time can go get it and then come back to the chair. Just don't everybody go. That way, you guys won't miss the presentation, okay? So I think that's going to be coming in about maybe 10, 15 minutes. Oh, it's here. Okay, I didn't know. Okay, so just give us a few minutes and she's going to get set up.
Can we use your marketing material on our back office, or we have to go to a different website?
We're going to show you that. It's a platform where you're going to register for it. Once you register for it, you'll have your own password. You'll be able to get on and have access to it. And you'll be able to see a lot of the things that you're going to be able to do with this. And again, this is in addition to the resources that
we have alone.
Yeah, that London Foster. It's just to complicate, to again take it up another level if it's something that not something will definitely help you out.
All right.
Okay. So.
I like the logo.
You like it?
Absolutely, yes, I saw it.
It just came in yesterday.
It's not letting me switch between.
No.
So I'm gonna go over. I'll just do this real quick. I'll do that.
While you do that, I'll try to say.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna go with the PowerPoint.
I'll try to see.
Well, I'm gonna start the PowerPoint. Yeah. So I'm just gonna go. Hi everyone, I'm Carrie Salvanto with Family First Funding. I am super excited to be on Joe's team to help you guys out. So I'm gonna go over some of the aspects of this in a little bit more detail than Joe. So what this does is 4 things that this main does for you. There's contact management, single site properties, and an open house app, and print marketing. So with this program, you get actually 500 contacts, built-in drip campaigns, and centralized lead management. It's a CRM as well, which is, I don't know if you know what it means. CRM, contact, relationship management.
A complicated word for staying in touch.
Yes. The single site properties, it connects directly to your MLS or IDX. So So every time you have a listing, it will import it to your back office and will create a single property website, which you can then easily share on Facebook, social media, LinkedIn, email. And then what I found works very well is when we post them, especially for open houses, people will say, oh, my open house is here, and then we click and share, so it gets shared throughout down the line, basically. So it's constantly being shared, and it helps people to know where the open house is and what you're selling. And then the print marketing, which is it's print marketing. There's one that actually does a flyer that tells you what's in the neighborhood, how far away coffee is, or what type of restaurants in the area. It's a fabulous system for you, and you have access to all these tools, and we're providing this for you. And then so the print marketing and the social media, that was the other thing. So sometimes,
Somebody didn't touch on the social media.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, definitely talk about that.
Yeah, the social media. I was like, there's one more thing. So the social media, there are pre-templated things for you to post on social media. Also, you can create the flyers and post them on social media as well. In terms of, like there's rent versus buy, and then it has a little blurb on there. So all you have to do is click, and it posts directly to LinkedIn and your Facebook page. It's a real simple turnkey system that is absolutely fabulous, and I love using it. I use it every day, actually. I post stuff on my end and LinkedIn every day, and people are actually contacting me now since I started using this program because it gets you out there on a daily basis. I have a short video to show you. It's about a 5-minute video. It basically goes over the system and what it can do for you in more detail, and it shows you how some of the things that you can post and do with it. After that, we're going to run through a brief demo of it with a dummy site I created so that we can show you what exactly it does and how to do that. And then later on, if you'd like, you can actually sign up for accounts with us as well to get your own accounts. Okay? Any questions so far? I know I speak fast. So if there's if it's just someone to slow down, or if you didn't understand something, just raise your hand and I will either repeat myself or clarify. Okay?
And as Carrie's bringing that up, one of the things I really want to emphasize here that you'll find with this system is the simplicity factor. And I gotta tell you, you gotta keep it simple. Kiss it, they say, right? Keep it simple.
Keep it simple.
You had this is what is probably the best advantage with this program, is the fact that it's easy to implement. But yet it has its robust features, which you'll see.
Yes. There's also training videos inside. Once you sign up, you'll have access to their training videos too, because this is like a 101 class, but it does a lot more than we're going to delve into today. And you have access to online training for that as well. Okay? It's also, with your contact management, you can actually upload your own contacts that you have now into the system and start them on your drip campaign. Works very well for recently closed deals, because they'll send emails over the next year to your closed clients to keep you in constant contact with them as well.
Welcome to Total Expert. As a real estate professional, what are the main challenges you face? Are you struggling to keep track of all the people in your network who are interested in buying or selling homes? Are you trying to create professional-looking marketing materials and falling short? Or are you looking for the best way to get your properties in front of potential buyers online? Fortunately, using Total Expert and being a co-marketing partner with a loan officer can help make your job much easier, and all at no obligation to you. So how do you get access to these time-saving features? Simply accept an invitation to connect with the mortgage loan officer who uses Total Expert, and you can get started right away. Let's take a closer look at how you can put the power of Total Expert's marketing operating system to work for you. Total Expert CRM helps you organize and track your leads. This enables you to keep in touch with your contacts so that you can build stronger relationships. You can even automate some communications to contact them on holidays or special occasions. More consistent contact with your potential customer base can positively impact repeat business and increase your referrals. You can use the Lead Capture app to bring your open house events into the 21st century. You can electronically collect the information of all the visitors at your open house and automatically transfer them to your CRM. Simply have the sign-in form displaying on your mobile devices, such as an iPad or laptop, and invite your attendees to sign in. You can begin sending marketing materials to them from the moment they enter their information. This makes following up with hot prospects even easier. Total Expert's marketing features make it easy for you to create professionally designed marketing pieces to promote your properties to potential home buyers. The Total Expert specialized print marketing library allows you to create on-demand marketing materials for any of your listings, and you can even co-brand them with your loan originator. Using customizable EDDM materials, you can market to a specific neighborhood and build your brand in that geographic area, getting more listings and more prospects. Leverage the single property website tool to impress your clients with a custom website featuring all the information and videos of their property. And you don't need to know how to build a website on your own. Total Expert will build it for you. The seller will love having a website dedicated solely to their property that they can share with friends and family over social media. This can help expand your brand visibility with very little effort on your part. All of these features have been designed to save you time and to rapidly grow your pipeline. Now, let's watch an agent using Total Expert to make his business run more smoothly. Real estate agent Bill is at his daughter's soccer game when he strikes up a conversation with another parent, Anita Newhouse. Anita is adopting a child and talking about selling her present home to find something bigger. Bill gets a business card from Anita and promises to follow up. Let's look at how Bill uses Total Expert to manage his potential customers. Bill adds Anita to his list of contacts from his mobile phone while his daughter scores a goal. As we look at Anita's contact page, we can see her information and her lead status. Bill knows that the first step for her is that she needs to be pre-approved for a loan. Bill selects his loan originator, and Anita's information automatically transfers to the loan officer. Bill starts a campaign to stay in front of Anita, watches for property alerts to keep her updated with properties that she might like, while also working on selling Anita's current home. Now that Bill has the listing, he creates a postcard to announce that new listing within the neighborhood. Bill can use EDDM to create this mailing. Using the U.S. Postal Service EDDM option, he can use a map of the area, decide which areas he wants to target, and how many people he'll potentially reach, and then even see what his costs will be. But what about showcasing a property online? Without knowing web design, Bill can still create a website featuring Anita's house. This single property website feature automatically builds a dynamic, co-branded webpage, featuring the pictures and video tours housed in the MLS listing. This newly customized website can be posted on social media sites by Bill to increase the listing's visibility without any additional costs. Next, Bill is going to host an open house for Anita's property and wants a great-looking marketing piece to promote the event. Because of his partnership, Bill has access to beautiful marketing templates, which he can use to easily create a co-branded open house flyer. The information from his MLS listing is pulled in, and he can customize the flyer by adding a few key details. He can also quickly switch property pictures in his flyer. On the day of the open house, Bill can use Total Expert to create a digital sign-in sheet to capture attendees as potential leads. During the event, open house attendees will sign in on a laptop or tablet using the form that Bill quickly created. The information supplied will instantly be captured in his CRM, and Bill automatically sends a thank you email to each registrant. This way, he can provide timely, personalized communications to potential buyers. This is just a small glimpse of the powerful business-growing features available to you when you work with your loan officer partner. Once you accept the invitation to partner with them, these tools will be at your disposal. You will be invited to access training to learn how to use these features and more.
Okay. So what did you find was one of the most interesting things about this program? Anyone?
Information for me?
Okay, one of the things that I find the most interesting then is the open house lead capture app. Okay, so when you go to an open house, most people you have them sign in. Sometimes you can read their emails, sometimes you can read their phone numbers, sometimes you have no idea what they say. I found that to be one of the most frustrating things when I've done open houses in the past. What this does is it creates a mobile app for you, and then it categorizes that mobile app. So the mobile app will be named under the house that you're doing the open house for. Once someone signs in, they sign with their first name, last name, phone number, and email. That information is directly downloaded into your back office now, into your CRM system, and categorized by which house, so you know where you've met them. After that's done, there's email templates, which I'll show you shortly, that you can send emails to them, or a drip campaign for listing or buyers of both sides of it. So, and it's, you set it and go. Now, the individual emails, depending on how hot the lead is, you might want to send them more continuous emails in the drip campaigns. But it's a great feature that people are missing out on right now, because if you have an open house, you may not figure out who ever to contact them again. And the buyers could be going with somebody else who has something else like that. So, it's something you should really utilize. The other thing that you can do as well is, if you are sitting open houses for somebody else, you can actually build this system for yourself, as long as the person who's selling the house allows it, and lets you, capture your own buyers, and you're working with a listing agent. Does that make sense to everybody? Yes.
Also texting, other than email?
Texting, it does do texting, but we want to be very careful with texting at this point. There's new laws and rules that came out where if you don't send it directly from your phone, it can be considered spamming, and people are getting in trouble for that right now. I don't know the full regulations of it.
The regulation, what it says for realtors, and it's part also of our ethics with the association, is that if we didn't get that contact directly, in other words, if the person didn't give me their card for me to scan and for me to upload, then basically I'm in violation. Basically what the association is saying is cut it out. In other words, if you have a client and you need to text your client directly, do that. Do not use this third-party vendor, because then what you're doing is you're spamming.
Yeah.
And there have been like real lawsuits, not like $5,000. It was like $100,000. I think it was a guy that he was basically using those. There are ways around it.
They're using a third-party number, so it's your number, but it's not your mobile number.
Yeah.
So that's what's causing this.
In other words, don't do it.
Yeah.
Think of other ways. Stick to emails. Stick to the contacts you have. And I gotta be honest with you. Sometimes, when you text people and they don't recognize or save your number, they'll block you. I do recruiting, so I tell you, sometimes it's easier to make a phone call. It's more effective. Just make the phone call.
I thought if they gave you information.
Yeah, but you're basically using a
They do,
third-party vendor.
But
so
if
it's
you're
spam.
doing more, it has to do with how many you send out. So if you're sending out more, I don't know how many it is,
Okay.
then let's say 20, it can be considered spamming, and they could, because it's coming from a third-party vendor, they could technically come back and sue you.
The association's position is don't do it. So, guys, be smart. Don't do it.
Right now, we're in the midst of them coming up with regulations and all this stuff, and sooner or later, someone's gonna get penned and get fined. Probably some people have already.
That
No, they've already
So-
been fined. Even it's been sued. But at the end of the day, like, remember, we're not talking about spamming a plumber. We're spamming people that we're trying to convince to give us their money,
Right.
to work with us, to be in a position of trust. So my recommendation is, if you really need to be spamming and you have 300 contacts, you know what? Set yourself up a goal that you're gonna make 10 calls a day, and you just did it in a month. That's probably a
Email
lot more
them too.
effective as calling. But even email goes into junk. Sometimes, like when spamming text, it's a really ugly feeling. We do. How many times do you get ugly text from somebody because you signed up for a raffle or something, and you're getting all these, and you block them or you say stop or whatever. Don't get to that position with your clients. You know what I'm saying? These are your future clients that you're showing. My advice is make the call.
So you can email them.
Yeah.
You can email them, and I'll show you. This is I created a site for myself as if I was a realtor. So this would be your back office here and your dashboard. There's no contacts or anything in here because it's not a real site. Okay, so basically, I think, do you want me to get someone food if they want it, or do you want to?
No, I mean, hey guys, there's food. If you guys wanna grab some pizza and come back, you're more than welcome to.
Grab some pizza.
It's at will.
This
I did.
for the open house is in that back office?
Yes,
It is.
it's actually here.
And
I'll touch on that first then.
Yeah,
since
and
that was asked about.
Carrie's gonna do, she's gonna go through all the features. and
So,
show you how it-
lead capture apps. That would be what it was.
That will be the sign in?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
You would need, so basically, I created a dummy one, let's say for this side. Here, I'll do a create now,
So what we're doing right now, just so I'm clear, we're creating
an app
an app.
for them to sign in.
Okay.
So basically, it's basically you create an
For
app.
an open house?
For an open house.
Okay. so-
Actually, there's two that you can do. There's open house and there's home valuation. This you can create and post on Facebook or wherever you want.
Right.
So even if you have a website of your own, you can put a link to this page on your website, and if someone fills it out, it gets downloaded into your CRM out here. And then you can put them on a drip campaign as well. Does that make sense?
So this
And
has
this-
the CRM inside of it as well?
Yes.
Yeah, right, this is really important because, you know, there's agents that have CRM, there's agents that don't have CRM.
Yes.
If you don't have a CRM, at least jump on any CRM, you know how it works, get used to it. That's really important.
There's a saying, what is the best CRM out there? And the answer is the one that you're using.
Yeah.
And the key is to use, just use something. This is free, it's nice, it ties into your IDX and your MLS. And not only can you, let's say you're gonna do an open house, you can literally create this, and she's gonna show you in like 30 seconds, less than 10
Yeah.
seconds. You bring your iPad, you bring your laptop, and people can just sign in right there. Carrie, because she's more experienced and she knows this really well, she told me, I didn't even know this, made me want to talk about this, how even if you have somebody else who's going to open house for you, can do the same thing and have access to the MLS.
Yeah.
Or to the IDX and be able to do the same thing.
So the lead capture ones are you can do them for different places or home evaluation, or you can just create a general one that you want to use at every open house. It's up to you on how you want them separated in your CRM. If you don't care that you met this one at 1502 or this one at 1608, then just use the one to create. If you care where you met them, then put on the top, write the name of it, 1608, or whatever address you're at. So this one's a home valuation one. Since we're talking about the open house, I'm going to do a dummy one for this. So we're going to do 1608 Northwest Street. So basically, you just hit save landing page. Under profile, sorry. And this is the one I created. You view the page. Oh, it's not going to switch over, is it? I'm going to cast it to this page.
You can cast
Huh?
You can cast
Oh, there it is. So normally this will have the title that you want on there of the address. And so now this is just a website address. You put it on you take your iPad, phone, or laptop with you. Now instead of having them sign in the sheet, you just have them sign in on here. Name,
Very
phone
cool.
number, register, goes directly into your CRM. I can demonstrate that. Register. That's it, done. Now, if I go back in, it probably won't do it right away. Sometimes it takes a minute. It will now be a lead in my system.
On the phone, does it scroll down to office or cell, or just one phone number?
No, you can put, it's mobile, phone,
It's just
Okay, so
it's
we
just
can-
one phone number.
there's no, you mean, you don't have, it doesn't distinguish the home phone versus?
One phone?
It just-
Oh,
phone
right here you're
number,
talking
yeah.
about, I thought you meant the actual.
No,
CRM.
right
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
It says it right there.
It's just
Like
whatever
cell?
phone you put in,
So it's one number?
one number. Yes. But it's mostly to capture the information. When you do the sign-in sheets, is it one or two numbers?
Well, I mean.
Most people use cell phones nowadays that I've seen.
Yeah, that's, usually they're putting their mobile number, that's really what they're doing, whenever you have phones.
And again, the idea here is you're gonna reach out to these people, you're gonna tickle call after. Yes, it's great to send an email, but apart from the email, it's a great idea for you to reach out to the 20 people that came into your open house and tell them, oh my God, thank you so much for coming. By the way, I put together a list of properties that are similar to this one. I'm gonna send it out to you. Nothing like a real phone call. These are all backup, you know?
I'm gonna show them now. I'll do this first and then we can do the other one. I want to show them how you can do it both ways. The print market, the property site. Is that okay? Okay. So, the other thing we discussed is the single property websites and the print marketing for it. Again, if you have your own account, when you go in there, it will automatically populate with your information on it. And especially if it's your listing, it will be there with your information on it. Now, if you're doing an open house, which I touched on before, if you're doing an open house for somebody else, all you would need to do, because if you don't have the MLS number, is add your add the MLS number on here. So you would create a new property website. I'm gonna use,
This one's gonna be minimal, right?
You want
yes,
mine?
yes, I have it. So
You
I'm
have
gonna
it?
type in the A107 here, this one. I'm gonna hit search. This is it now, his property. I click on this.
I think that
Hmm?
disappeared.
No, I already saved it, that's why it's typing.
Okay, go to the site, it should be on the.
Oh, it's already being used by him, that's why. I think your name is. You have to save it under a different name because someone already has it. Because it creates actual websites for you. If you already have your website, I have to delete like the zip code or something else in there to create a different website.
Or
address.
different URL or B at the end.
Right.
Different URL.
Right, exactly. So basically now, the website's created. You can add, now your name's gonna be on there,
So the other agent.
the other agent. Yeah, so this is
So even though this-
listing. Right, one second.
Even though it's Memo's listing, if you're doing the open house, your information will be on there.
Right, exactly. And so then you can hit like Facebook. Oh wait, I gotta save it first, sorry. So then you wanna save it. Let me see if it'll let me log into Facebook now. Okay. So now this is now your site, your something keeps changing. I apologize, every time I change site I have to cap the new page to the computer. There it is. So now this is the website on the web page. You can now share this on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, and email.
Can you show me one of the ones like view details,
Oh yes,
50/20s?
view details, 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, property. You can actually just scroll down, and then there's a gallery here with all the pictures.
Yeah, go through those beautiful pictures.
There we go. They started. What a lovely view, beautiful floors.
Buyers welcome.
Buyers welcome, and it tells you the location, and then it has, well, my name's on here, but I don't, it's a dummy site, and then as a vendor too, and then we'll have contact. So you can write the real estate agent a message, and you want to be contacted for it. Like I said, these are great. I get so much response when these are posted on Facebook. People love them, and then other people are like, I want that, I want to do that. How do we do that? So it's a really fantastic way to share, especially for open houses.
Yeah, so you can put that on your Facebook, right? You can actually.
Yeah. We click Facebook. I think I have to save it first.
And again, for all of you who
No,
are
it's
probably
okay.
wondering about this is done through the website. So you don't have to ask authorization to advertise somebody else's listing. Because you didn't download the pictures, you didn't copy it. All you did was take it from your MLS, so you don't have to get authorization.
Oh, you don't?
The-
Really? So-
Okay.
The moment that you download a picture, that's a copyright violation. The moment that you're copy and pasting text, if all you're using is the MLS number, because remember, ultimately what that is, it's your website. That's why it's branded to her. So she could sit there and type up 26 of them, and now she has 26 websites to, it's basically, think of it this way. The website in the back still belongs to Memo. What she did was she put an onion skin over my website with her image on it. She doesn't need authorization to do that. So you're able to do that.
All right,
It's
okay.
still marking my property.
Okay, I know
It's
you guys
IDX,
can't
I'm sorry, I was
see-
trying to do the word, IDX, yeah.
I know you guys can't see this, so I'm gonna pull this up here.
That's very cool.
When I went to the website. Okay, see this, because I can't pass this, so see how these little Facebook things right here? So if I just click Facebook, it will load it, and I post it, just hit post, and it's done right away, automatically for you. I'm sorry?
It's up there too, on the top.
It won't go, yes, but you can't see it because it's not casting properly, so it won't show up on the, on this site right here. Okay, so other things we wanted to touch, anyone have any question about the single property website and how they work?
That's amazing.
How many can you do?
And if it's your, when you log in under your account, all your listings will be there. So you just pick, oh, I wanna do this one today, I wanna do this one today. You just pick which one you wanna do. When you're using someone else's property, if you're doing an open house or whatever, you want to promote your open house, then you have to type in the MLS number for it to pull it up with your information on it, okay? This is the drip campaigns I touched on. There are 3 automatically set up for you. Single agent long-term buyer, single agent long-term seller, and single past agent client referral builder. So these are all, like, you can put your current clients in there as well and start them on these drip campaigns. So that is a constant contact for you going forward. You can also, behind here, which is a little bit more in depth, you can set up your own campaign. There's about 50 or 60 emails that you can set up to go out in a certain order when you want to and time them as well. That's 102, we'll get to.
And another thing, you can actually create the campaigns yourself, besides these 3. And there's they have a whole menu, I don't know if you can get to that area, where there's a sample, like email templates that you can use and adjust to the way you would language or the way you would communicate with your
I
boss.
can pull that up too.
So if you feel like it's too canned, you can change that, you know?
So this is, we also have a print marketing where you can print any of these flyers up. These are the new, which Joe will maybe talk about later or something, the new down payment assistance programs that we have. Basically, you just hit select, you put your information, you hit customize and publish, and your flyer is ready with your information on there. Super simple.
You know, another great thing I just thought about, for some reason I've never thought about this, that the realtor will actually now be able to see a lot of the products. Just based
Some
on
of
the
them.
flyers, right?
Some of
Do you have
them.
access to most of them?
Some of them. They don't have access to all the flyers,
So,
because,
you have to publish them to their
we can
library?
send them, they have some, there's about 2 pages of flyers in here, like, but some of them are more generic. And that would help you grow your business, like the down payment system ones, do's and don'ts, rent versus buy, stuff, that sort of thing, is the one that more pertain to you. And once you log in, you can go through each of them and read them all, on which ones you want to. Like I said, they keep adding some more in. There used to be 2 pages, I guess there's 7 now, of flyer that they.
So will they have access to those 7 pages?
Yes,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
so
that's
I'm
what I'm
logged
talking
in.
about. Right.
Yeah, before it's a lot less.
Right.
Web marketing, this is one of my favorites. So you have the single property sites, which I went to before, and then we have the social.
So guys, so
media.
far what we did was, we did the, open house landing page, okay, that was the first one. This one, we just got, she just finished doing was a single property website, okay? And then the next one is one of the.
Social media posts.
Oh, yes.
I love this. This I do every day on my back office. So basically, when you can buy, you hit actions, share, you connect your Facebook account and your LinkedIn account or Twitter, and it automatically tells you when you rent, why rent when you can own your own home. It gives a little blurb of what to say. You hit post, it goes to your account. Done. So it's a great way to constantly be able to get yourself out there on social media and have yourself recognized, basically.
I thought you'd like that one.
And there are, again, you can go through holiday ones, just to like keep you posting stuff. This one there's only 2 pages of. And then you can also schedule them to post at different times. Let's just say you wanted to take your week and say, okay, I want one posted every day. You can take, 20 minutes, go through, timing it, what days, and set it and go.
I wanted to jump in real quick, sorry. From that system, you can't post directly to Instagram, so all you would have to do is just save the image and onto your phone and then post it into Instagram, because
Yeah.
Instagram doesn't allow direct posting
I was gonna.
from that.
Yeah.
I figured someone would ask. That's what I do. I create mine every day. I share it to Facebook, Instagram, and then I save it to my phone, and then I just put it on
Yes.
on Instagram.
Also, that brings me to another point. Facebook too, these will only post to your Facebook business page. Make sure you have a Facebook business page. I don't know why they changed the laws like last year. The property sites can go on your personal page, but these only go to your business page.
So
just
because
go
of
to your-
oversaturation. And
that-
the good thing is that once you post it on your business page,
You can share
you
it.
can share it on your personal.
Yeah, very simple to
Which
get.
again is twice the traffic,
That's all I
twice the
know.
exposure.
Because on your Facebook business page, you have to have
So
your
it's a-
licensing information to keep it in compliance.
Right.
You can download these images too, right?
Yeah, once they're on there, download PNG.
On your Facebook business page,
Oh, so
yes,
I
you
keep
have
looking at mine.
you have to have your license and the address of where of the company you work.
Okay, so then we have, I'm sorry, did I make?
No,
Okay. Email marketing, this is what we're talking about, holiday campaigns, we can go into each of one of these, let's see. Use me as a resource. These are the ones that you can go in your back office, you can adjust them, and then you can set up your own drip campaign as well. Like I said, there's 3 that are already set up for you, but you are more than welcome to go in there and use these emails and set them up. You know, say you want to set up a 6-month constant contact with somebody. Go and pick the ones you want, set them up to go, whether it's once a week, once a month, however you want to do it, it's up to you. And you can actually,
Or like your past clients, you might want to maybe reach out to them every 3 months and create something for each holiday or something like that, you know?
so when you hit send, you will go in there, you can change the message to, for yourself, and then when you add contacts, so I don't have any contacts in here, so you can pick who you want to do, or you can create groups. Let's just say you did the open house and you had it at 1520 Collins Avenue, and then you said, well, you see, everyone signed in, so you want to send that group and that group only an email. You pick that group, you create the group, and then you just send it to them. Does that make sense? Anyone have any questions for me?
So that grouping is really helpful. You can definitely segment your database depending on who you're marketing. You might market apartment building versus first-time home buyers, if you're doing a workshop. So those groups, and Carrie, are we able to, for those groups, I think they have these things called smart groups. Do they have those
Yeah.
designed in there?
They do. And
So let's
yeah.
just say you have your past clients and somebody reaches out to you, I'm just kind of just making this up, you might tag it, and now it's going to go to that group of people you need to follow up, okay, maybe your hot leads. So you don't have to go and necessarily remember to change the group, you tag it and then it's automatically going to move over.
Yeah, so that's the whole CRM system in the back. So like you said, I don't have many contacts in here, just myself as a test dummy. So you can choose a group once you create the groups, basically, but you have to go in there and create your groups. You can also create tasks for yourself, add appointments, or it's a full CRM, which means
Customer relationship.
I'm never gonna remember that.
I also like the fact that it'll show you who opened your email, like you can see as
Yes.
people open and.
Yeah, you show me analytics. and
It'll say
some
it
of
was
the-
it was
Actually,
delivered,
and you-
so you'll know people who are actually opening, and that way you can call them
I
and
can
say,
go to
hey,
mine.
Absolutely.
get another touch point right there.
This one, do you wanna see, I can log into mine and show
Yeah,
you all
please
the
do,
11
yeah,
minutes.
that'd be great.
Mine, because
Now we're gonna see some action, guys. We're gonna see some stuff happen.
because mine is the lender version of it, I actually send out a lot of campaigns. And there is an option to upgrade if you find that you're actually really liking the program. Well, I don't know if I'm allowed to show. So you can see recent
Don't worry.
activity. So like right here, the open house registration right here. So I signed up under my dummy account, and the lender does get the information also because we're co-marketing and we're co-branding ourselves with you. So I will get information right here stating that someone signed into an open house. So I can set them up on a campaign for you that would be co-branded as well.
So if I create an open house, then basically all the people that came into my open house will get a CC to you, and you'll reach out to them also.
It depends. For me, if that's what you want, sometimes they would rather me wait until they reach out. However you guys want to work it is usually how I tell people to use it on our end as well.
Okay.
If you say yes, put them on I have a recipe campaign that everybody loves. Like, I get so many emails, they have birthday campaigns. So if you tell me, listen, I really want this customer on this campaign or this campaign, I have industry, what's going on in the industry, market outlook, stuff like that. I can do like 100 different campaigns I have. So if you tell me put them on this campaign, then I will do that for you. You guys don't have access to that because that's a much more robust system. And like I said, if you guys get used to it and want more access, there is a way for you to upgrade, but then that costs money. So that I would say there's any points on that, yes.
I came in late, but can you send to a cell phone? Like, not emails, but phone numbers?
No, we just
No.
talked about it. So no.
Is it legal?
Yeah.
You can send, I mean, what do you want to send?
You want to send like a mass text?
No, no mass text. I mean, you can text your customers. Well, I'm sure he'll go over with you. It just became a no-no.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Is there
You can
Elena
import
Martinez
contacts,
here?
yes, as long as you're in Excel
Elena
spreadsheet.
Martinez? No?
You
Okay.
save it as a CSV file.
That customer that you got the information, let's say they reach out to you because they wanna get pre-qualified.
Uh-huh.
Once you pre-qualify them, will you refer them back to the agent?
Yes,
Okay.
without a doubt. Yes, that is your customer. But for me, that is your customer, always. And I work with you, we all work together as a team, so your customers, you are basically trusting us with your customers. So whatever you want us to do is how we will follow the protocol. And each one of you may be different on how you want us to do it. So we set it up differently.
You mentioned that recipe campaign. Is that part of the upgraded version?
It should be, yes.
Okay, super.
Yes. But if you just say, hey, put them on a recipe.
Those are very effective.
Yeah.
I used to use them many years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
I don't use them
So,
anymore, but they're very effective.
and you can say, I had 107
respond very
emails
positively.
open in the past 24 hours.
But people respond very positive when it's not related to real estate.
And this was a recipe email. So,
One thing I just want to chime in, guys, as you,
killer
again,
chocolate cake, because everyone loves that one.
as you
can
can
see it right
see,
here.
as you can see, it allows you, makes it simple for you to incorporate. It does have some robust features. So even though it's easy, you're gonna run into some issues. Maybe you know, there may be some questions. One thing I want you to show them is this chat.
We'll have that, and yeah, the chat button there.
What's cool about their help support is it's real-time chat. I've had, 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night, I get on there and I get the answer, within
That's awesome.
2 minutes. So their support is fantastic. And again, that's not something you get on a lot of CRMs.
Yeah.
I have another one that I have personally, which I pay about $1,000, and for me, it's support. I have to wait, I have to sit in the ticket, and I have to get the response
This is
within.
very good.
This is real time.
I had
It's
one realtor ask me
fantastic.
about uploading their CRM, and they had said, well, I know I'm allowed to do it on my end. I don't know if you are, because you guys have the different version. So he had the chat button, and the guy told him, drag and drop it in here, I'll have it up and running for you.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was really amazing. There's also, as you can see, frequently asked questions, training and engagement, and then this one right here, the other help center,
Yeah, the videos as well.
there's,
And remember, when I signed up when I signed up your account to see how the agents,
you have the same.
surprisingly, you guys.
Illegally, by the way.
That's why I created dummy
He
accounts
used
for
my
myself.
image.
And you're like,
Technically it's online, so, right?
No, it's actually that's copyright law. You cannot copy download. We're okay.
I got the proof.
Yeah.
I got the proof.
So,
Can I ask a question? How many
Mike.
people are using a CRM right now?
You need to be.
Good,
Yeah.
good, good.
That's interesting because obviously that's something that's huge.
Yeah, and if
This
you don't
is
mind-
a great potential for us, especially, how many people actually have an idea of how many email contacts they have?
Well, I guess it depends. If you're using multiple
That's what I'm
platforms, not
saying.
only to market your company,
Right.
but your businesses, if you
Or
have
your
more than
personal,
one,
or even your personal.
or even your personal, it's really how do you manage each of those individually? They all have, even though you're trying to gauge multiple audiences, but each of those networks has a personality of their
Oh,
own.
completely.
Yes.
So it has a different way that you manage them. So for example, if you are using, your email contact base, and
Mhm.
let's say that
Right.
you have 4 different emails, and let's pretend for a moment you've had those emails for about 15 years.
Mhm.
Each of those emails, depending on what you're using them for, have a certain type of contact or contact base
that you're using, right?
Right.
The the platform that you're using, whether it's G Suite or something else, allows you to send multiple emails a day. So if you want to set up campaigns and avoid yourself everything being monitored by only one CRM, you can cut out half of that work if you can actually utilize each of those email platforms, even if you're using multiple campaigns for different things, or maybe it's just one campaign for one thing. And those are services that you already pay for that are at your disposal. So I'm just looking at the cost effectiveness and the time sensibility, a more practical approach to how you want to use those multiple platforms. Also, if you are using a variety of lead systems, whenever you purchase leads, okay, whether it's Bold Leads or whether it's Realtor.com, which is obviously the most popular base, or even Zillow, each time you buy a zip code, they provide you with a product. That product has a sort of CIM or response system that is attached to it. Every time that you get either a repeat lead or a new lead, that lead is actually going to automatically receive a message from you. Every single day, not only do they receive a specific message that maybe that you have set up, but they also receive a specific message that already is automated by the system that they have already added on. And it could be 5 Street, or it could be...
but that's not the reason why, I mean, obviously you're at a different level, but I'm asking because I think that a lot of realtors have, I tell you because I do a lot of the trainings, and so I see people that tell me like, oh, how do you get leads? I'm like, my leads are my circle of influence. Oh, I don't have a circle of influence, I just moved here from Chicago, I don't know a single person. I'm like, how many people are on your phone? Oh, I have 3,000. I'm like, that's your circle of influence. You got 3,000 people on your phone. This is the reason why I asked you, because there is a way to download those into a CSV file or an Excel file, and I wonder how many people actually know how to do that. I'm going to give a class then on that.
Good.
I think that might complement this, because I think it'll be really good to get from the realtors of the world, that, you know, to your level, or just from your personal contacts. You guys, we should each have an Excel file, a CSV file with pages separated by those.
Yeah.
For instance,
Oh,
I'll give you
that
an
would be
example.
great.
I have 350 people that I have their contacts who I went to high school with. Okay? I set up a page a long time ago when we were doing the reunion. I have all of their emails. Half of those emails are dead because people's emails die. But I still have 175 people. I can't tell you how many clients I get from that, because I am constantly marketing to them, constantly. I have people from my running group. I know I don't look like I run, but I used to run. I have people from my workout. I constantly create a CSV specifically. I have people that are my family. My family, even in Costa Rica, I send them stuff about the United States and about Miami. And when they say, oh, I really like Orlando. Oh, really? Let's do a search in Orlando. Fracata. So the reason why I was asking is because I think it might benefit us as a team to maybe learn a little bit about Excel and how to do a CSV and how to do download. Yeah, I'll give a class on that. I'm gonna
doing a training on Excel. That's fantastic. Why? Because
it'll complement this. It'll be where we feed it up.
The CSV file he's talking about is a universal way, regardless of which database or databases or CRMs plural you're using, you can always, you know, export that into.
And in regards to what you were saying, I think it would be amazing if you could grab those 5 platforms, download them, and upload them here, and maybe separate it by groups. Because then what you could do is just create one campaign, and like you said, one of them maybe you don't want to reach out to them every month. They're more of a once a year group, and some of them you're like, you know what, I want to reach out to them every 3 weeks, every 2 weeks. So maybe you can manage it that way.
And the thing, just to clarify, that makes complete sense when you're running just one business. But for liability purposes, in my particular case, I have Vulcan 7, which I do use as a CRM. Vulcan 7 has a wonderful CRM. Plus it generates leads for you, everything else for you. I remember speaking to you about that. It's a wonderful system, and it provides you with all that as long as you keep it real estate. But when you're running other things, you do have to be careful, because there are certain laws in place and liabilities. But everybody should know how to download all your contacts into one place, because it can be.
But yeah, maybe we'll add that.
I cannot stress enough keeping it simple, because I don't know about you guys, I'm the type where I try to understand it, I overcomplicate it, and I end up having paralysis by analysis. I never take action because I want it to be perfect. And my best advice, just use something, have something that you always go to, even if it's an Excel sheet in itself that you're keeping, and then Clara brought a really good point. Each system or service you buy has its own ecosystem. It has its own behavior depending on who you're using the service that's tied into it.
Yeah.
But when you, like, something like Total Expert is good to use because it's within that, the IDX world, your MLS, and it's really easy for you to implement. You might
Clara
still-
runs a much bigger
Right.
story than most people.
Clara Enterprises, but.
Yeah.
No,
But
it's
what I'm
not
saying is
actually.
We have 7.
Well, no, to be
CRM,
quite
that's
honest,
great.
the thing is I actually keep it simple, stupid, but I keep it complicated.
Right.
Because the idea is always to be able to expand your reach. And you can be small, but you
No, what I'm
can
saying is that
be,
most realtors don't have.
no, I got you,
finance
but you
right.
can be small and you can be global. So it really doesn't matter. You can be you can be managing your lawn mowing business on the side and also doing real estate. And there's actually a way to expand from those two things. It's just that most people don't know how to,
Start with.
they don't know
Getting
how
the
to
CRM.
they don't know how to simplify and structure that
Simplify,
to
right.
make it work for them so that you can expand
Right.
your reach and also grow your circle of influence.
Right, right.
You know, and it all boils down,
And to
honestly, to
piggyback off what
marketing.
she's saying, please understand something. If you guys might say, well, you know, that's interesting, I want to try Vulcan 7 because it is a great idea. She was interested and she told me a lot about it. But that might be something more robust that you plan on doing. You want to have something that you can depend on, that is consistent, and that's what I'm trying to stress here. Keep it simple. Something like this, it's easy, you know, for you to keep it simple. But if you want to go do something else, hey, that's great too. There's a lot of different CRMs out there.
Also, and when you upload your contacts, you're also, and you can put in notes where you met them, what kind of house they're looking for, what their budget is. There's a whole lot of different fields that you can fill out so that you'll remember, oh, I met them at this open house, they didn't like that house, but they are looking for a 3-2 in the Kendall area, and they have a dog named Fido. So next time you talk to them, you can say, hey, how's your dog Fido? And then they'll be like, oh my God, how do you remember I have a dog? And there you go, and then you're building a personal relationship. You can also put all your notes in there.
You're building a rapport, especially if they're a dog.
Yes, people love it when you ask about their dog, or I guess kids are cool too, but you know. But that it'll keep all of your information, you know, organized.
Could you show me again where you did the holiday thing? Because I missed that I was getting pizza.
Just let me touch on this real quick. Right here,
Oh, this is cool.
Help Center, Help Videos, all of these are there for you. Well, I just reloaded it, but all of these videos, you can watch them. They're all help videos on how to do different things with the system. The Sprint ones, which one do you want, the print or the?
Holiday, he said holiday.
Oh,
Holiday.
you know what, actually, it would be great if you did play just a couple of these videos. I wrote down the ones. But when you're done, maybe answer that one.
Some of them are. Yeah, that's like 20%.
How about go to using these statistics? That was pretty cool. Scroll down, it's about halfway down. It's like towards the end. No, this is pretty cool. I purposely picked out ones I recommended. Using these statistics.
If you want to see everybody on there, and then I'll do
Yo tengo todo esto.
We're just gonna show you a few videos.
It is a great way to check the effectiveness of your email and keep your contacts up to date. To begin, go to Email Marketing and select Email Stats. On this page, you can view all of the campaigns you sent. Sent represents the total percentage of the emails that left our platform. Delivered is how many emails were accepted by the receiver of that email. Canceled reflects if the email was canceled by anyone in your organization or by you. Click rate tracks if the receiver of the email clicked or followed any links in the email. For example, clicking through to your application link. Bounces are how we track failed or unsubscribed emails. Unsubscribe and spam complaints are how consumers opt out of email. To find out who opened, clicked, or bounced, click the email name. Then you may select from one of the widgets at the top of the page to view the customers who opened, clicked, unsubscribed, or bounced. Once you've selected that contact list, You can choose to work with each individual contact to adjust their email address, add them to a group, or even follow up on activities. Please note, if you update or change an email address, that consumer will start to receive emails again.
And I gotta say, about 95% of my answers can be, if you ever have questions, when you run in, when you mess around with this, and as you get used to it, 95% of the questions will be answered with these videos. I gotta admit something, sometimes I don't feel like even watching the video, I just go right on the chat and they answer my question. So, but there will be the answers from these videos.
And how many emails did y'all say you could run on this? 500?
Is it, you know what, I saw.
500 free contacts.
500 and free.
500 free contacts, yeah.
It's funny, I saw on the website, it said 2,000.
Maybe they changed it, I don't know.
Yeah.
This is the PowerPoint from before, they might have changed it.
It's anywhere from 500 to 2,000.
They have.
We'll figure it out.
But you can delete them as they drop off, possibly, and then add new ones as well.
Yeah.
Which, doesn't the program delete the ones that unsubscribe automatically, or we have to do it?
They unsubscribe, I don't know if it's deleted from the system,
No.
but I don't know yet.
I don't think it is, because you can still, they might opt out for emails, but you can still reach out to them. But what you can do is check the analytics and go and just create a group and delete those all out. You know?
Is this what?
Who, Martin?
No.
No, here you go, bud.
Is that what you're asking about?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
The holiday? You wanted an email?
No, how do you create it? I want to
The
see.
email?
Whatever, is it an email or something?
There's one that's
social
email,
media?
you just hit send. And it sends it.
But how did, I'm sorry, how did you create it? Go back to the.
I didn't create,
Oh, they're already in there.
so I went to email marketing,
Okay.
emails,
But is there one that you could post on social media?
yes.
Our marketing
So
department.
on that
does all
one,
kinds
that
of
would
things.
be web marketing, social media, create new,
Okay.
and let me just do a search.
Oh, and then you could do a search by the holiday, got it.
And these are constantly being updated by myself and by corporate.
Then you hit
Oh,
share.
they're pretty.
How
You
many
have to look at
choices do you have on the holidays?
How many choices? I don't know. A few.
But again, these are updated, like, as the holidays come near, we create many different
Yeah.
ones, so we'll have for all the holidays.
That's cool.
And you know what, and couldn't we, wouldn't our marketing department, if there was a holiday or something that would be one of our months is when it's our marketing department will put that
If
together.
someone had wanted that, they could ask me and I can do it.
I'm sorry, what?
What?
If there was a
That
specific
just went right
holiday,
over.
you could request it, and if there's any kind of, like,
It's just content. At the end of the day, listen, one of the hardest things, and I see this with a lot of newer agents, and some veteran agents who've been doing this for 25 years, the hardest thing is to come up with the idea. So if we can use this as a resource, to just come up with any idea and post it. At the end of the day, the worst thing that could happen is you posted something and only 3 people saw it.
and if anything comes up and you want something specific made or custom, you can reach out to me, I'll give you my card, and I can help you with that.
Yeah, and all the, and guys, as I was introducing my team, being a little bit more specific, that's what Jessica does. She's the area manager, and what she does is, her goal is to help with the marketing aspects and kind of be the liaison to help, you know, to help grow business. So,
Jessica,
be very nice to her.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's gonna be extremely helpful.
I mean, there's 2 pages of stuff posted more holidays, of home ownership upsizing, home ownership making your year. You can post these over and over again too. Like, you don't have to
Yeah,
just do
people
it
forget.
once.
Yeah, people forget the images, they won't know this is the same one.
Right.
And before anybody asks this next question, because I know it's gonna come later, yes, Spanish content will be available, we are working on it, I was hired to help be able to create
Oh, good.
content more specifically geared towards South Florida's market, so.
Right, right. And remember, you guys have fantastic marketing resources here at London Foster. So if there's, let's say, a flyer that you want or a marketing piece, which I've already done, I've not stolen, with permission,
have
Daniel's graphics, and he does some really good work. You guys seen his stuff. and I've sent it to our marketing department, and they got it done. And now I can incorporate it. So, again, just another resource to help you guys out. So, I guess that's pretty,
Guys, give a little round of applause. Thank you very much.
yeah, I'm just gonna wrap this up. This just came out, we actually just had a call on this yesterday. And what this is a 3.5% down payment grant. Okay? Yes, it's nice, it's for the, it's a grant, it's actually free money. And it's for, you don't have to necessarily be a first time home buyer, but you cannot own any real estate, okay? They're very liberal in the income. Now, you know there's a lot of these programs where they offer grants, but you have to jump through 10 hoops and qualify. This program, you can have up to 120% AMI. That just stands for area median income, which means you can make quite a bit and still qualify for this program.
Right, so in Miami, you can make about $80,000.
FHA has their own. FHA, that's the FHA one. FHA, we have to look it up for each area. Because FHA has a different one, I believe, than the.
But you can use Home Ready with that.
Home Ready, yes. That, yeah.
So it's 100%. It's not a second lien, which is fantastic. Okay, and we're gonna get a flyer out on this. Actually, there's already been a flyer.
They have access to the flyer.
Okay,
in
there
their
you
back
go.
office.
You're gonna have access to this flyer. Let me just kind of give you an FYI on something. You're gonna see it says 620 FICO scores, and I've done a lot of these, and because I'm very familiar with the way the risk tolerance is on the lending side. Although maybe it's like 1 in 100 would actually qualify at 620. Typically, your client's credit scores have to be around 650, 660 to qualify. Just keep that in mind. But other than that, it's a fantastic program. Free money. Yeah, there is an income. It's income based. It's based off of depending if you go FHA or conventional. There's different. Yeah, there's different fee limits. But it's 120%, which, and what Martin was saying, it's up to 80,000, you said?
Yeah. The key to these programs is with the experts on how your customer will qualify. So don't worry about what they have or what their parameters are. Just send it to us. We'll let you know what houses they fit into, and then you can go shopping with them and get them a house. So it takes that off your plate.
And by the way, guys, this is Martin. He's the area manager, again, on our team, and a fantastic resource.
From South Jersey.
He never told me from South Jersey.
Yeah, doesn't he have that Jersey accent?
Just so you know, the down payment assistance programs, they're not for everybody. If they were that easy to get, everyone would be getting them.
Yeah, that is true.
So, I mean, they're designed for a specific population who actually needs them. For example, the FHA one does 120% of the median income. The Home Ready one has different calculations too. I believe it's 80% of the median income. So each person qualifies a little differently. The FHA program I really like, is that after the first 6 months, the program that offers this one will really reevaluate, because obviously it's going to start with a higher interest rate.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so there's a higher interest rate, but you're coming in with no money. If you get the seller to pay your closing costs, you're in a house for nothing, which is amazing. After you make your payments for 6 months, they will reevaluate and it could lower your interest rate just for being on time and making it, in good standing. So it's a really great program. Again, not everyone's going to qualify. If you have a person making $100,000, you're probably not going to qualify. These are for people who actually need the money to buy a house.
So with that said, I'm gonna be sending through Total Expert, if you guys register, more marketing information. We'll be doing more training. I know Mills, he has a training schedule. The next training we'll be doing, although you'll have training every week, is gonna be in
Every other week.
every other week.
Every other week.
Every other week. The next training we're gonna be doing is in June, or April. Okay, April. So
I forgot to mention at the beginning of the class.
Yeah.
We changed our schedule, so now we're not doing trainings every Wednesday. We're actually doing it every other week. And like this training that we did today with Joe and his team, Joe is now going to do this training tomorrow in West Palm Beach. What does that mean? That means that if you guys are ever in the mood to take the Bright Line on a Thursday and come and see the office in West Palm Beach, by the way, is spectacular. So if you haven't seen it online, it is beautiful. You're welcome to join us for any training you missed on a Wednesday. You can always go on a Thursday. We're gonna be doing that. We're trying it out. We're trying to see how it goes, because I don't know how many of you counted, but I did. We did 43 trainings last year. There's only 52 weeks in the year. Okay? That's first of all. Second of all, between Bobby and Basile, Daniel, and myself, we've been doing the 101s 4 times a week. So calculate that. That is 200 trainings a year. It is a ridiculous amount of trainings that we've been doing at London Foster. We're going to try to space them out a little bit more. A, because we want rooms full like this. B, because the marketing campaigns were getting out of control. Basically, we were getting agents that were telling us, dude, I'm getting 3 emails from you every single day. But the other thing is that, we obviously want to foment that. So if you guys are ever, how many of you have not taken the 101? You took the 101. You were with me yesterday. That's the 101. I'm like, God, you forgot already. Okay, so 3. That's a good number. That makes me feel happy. But it is essential, basically, for your daily function as a realtor. Do not be embarrassed to take it twice, 3 times. I took it 5 times. That's the reason why I'm giving them now, because I got it. But it's important for you guys to know, how do I do a deposit? How do I request my commission? How do I not make a mistake? How many people know how many days before a commission, how many days before a walkthrough you should be making a commission request? 2. Official, the statement is 2. You want to be protected? Do it a week. Just provide a preliminary HUD, but it is essential that we do it at least 2 days before. The way that the wires are working now, there's a lot more security on them, and sometimes wires don't show up right away. And guess what happens when you're closing on a Friday? And the wire didn't come through. Do you close anyway? Yes. I love people tell me, how come they didn't close? We're good for it. I'm like, no one's going to close without the one.
Speaking about that, please do not give wiring instructions from your email. Please either use our back office or have it come directly to the title company. Okay?
Has anyone seen that on the back office? Has anyone looked at the deposit information where you could put your client's email? Have you guys all seen that?
Yeah.
Everybody seen that? Yes? You know what I do? I call my client and I go, Gloria, hi Memo, how are you? Yeah, remember I told you I was going to send you deposit instructions? Gloria, you in front of your computer? Memo, in front of my computer. Okay, Gloria, what's your email? Gloria, I'm going to press send right now. Gloria, open the email. Gloria, that's the instructions. Gloria, this is the first, the last, and the only time I will ever send you deposit information. If I ever ask you for $5, consider it fraud and call me immediately. What I just did is I did 2 things. I connected with Gloria, because now Gloria is like, it was all about, protecting me. And I instilled the fear of God. Gloria is now afraid of ever doing anything. Let me check with Memo first. What did I just do? What I just did was I created a relationship, which is now I am a realtor. It is the hardest part about being a realtor is that loyalty factor. I am now Gloria's realtor. So that's a great tool that we have.
Be very protective about the information that you give, and it's coming from someone else than yourself, because if it comes from you, then every multiple things pointing to you.
Sorry. With that being said, recently, and it happened to a realtor I worked with a couple years ago, what happened is someone breaks into the accounts and sends some false wire instructions.
Of course.
The money ends up in.
It's been happening for years. We all know about it.
Absolutely. I had a wire that was $100,000 and they couldn't get it back.
If it's $5, it's a problem, because at the end of the day, what they're thinking is, Memo, I got an email from you. I trust you. Why did you violate my? No, it wasn't me. It was that. How come your email's getting hacked? Listen, it's all about connecting, guys. This isn't rocket science. It's all about connecting with your clients, tying them to you, making you the influencer, making you the person that knows something they don't know, making them want to call you every time that they're going to do something.
Making them feel safe as well. Because, that's helpful. And I always put under the wiring instructions my personal contact information. I always say, please call me to verify these wiring instructions, because somehow they're able to get in, change the wiring instructions on the document, and then, even though it seems like it's coming from you, there's all sorts of different things.
So usually the wiring instructions are sent by the title.
Nope, that's what I say. It's sent by the title company for the second deposit. But if you're depositing into London Foster's escrow account, you're sending those instructions. So use that function where you put that email in
It's much safer than sending them a URL or sending them a page.
Don't-
It's just a little extra something that we do that makes it very safe. And I'll choose the second one.
The other thing is that, we're also gonna be having other events, networking events, and special events as well, like we did last year. So the trainings that we're doing every other week doesn't include those. So we're gonna be adding those to the scope.
Oh, we're still gonna have a lot of trainings, trust me. It's 50 this year.
Hey, guys, we're also gonna have some family picnics too, so play hard, work hard, play hard.
Is anyone here going to the 100-year Realtor Gala on Friday? Nobody? Not even you? Shame on you.
Is it the
It's
Hard Rock,
100
right?
year, at the
Yeah.
100 years of,
the Hard Rock.
the Board of Realtors of Miami.
I have plans that night. but-
Okay,
Normally I go to everything.
If you were there, I was gonna say come visit us, we have a booth, we're
Oh, you do?
sponsors.
Yes,
yes.
But also, March 12th, we're sponsoring Realtors Networking After Hours at YOT in Fort Lauderdale. You just go on the website and it's free, register for drinks. You want extra free drink tickets, come see me at the table,
I
I'll hook you
usually do
up.
one like on West Avenue and 13.
And
So
you
it's
get
like a walking distance from my house.
I told you, be
Come
nice
by
to
the
her,
boat.
guys.
Yeah, I'm the one with the drink tickets.
No, the reason why I said no is because last time I went to that one and my Uber was like $80. So yeah.
But guys, listen, I just wanna thank you on behalf of Family First, Martin, Carrie.
No, thank you.
Fantastic job.
Thank you.
Thank you guys very much. We just wanna let you know.